So you're touring here in Australia in February 2015. Apart from doing your masterclass clinic tour here 12 months ago, it's been a very long time since you've played in Australia. What can we expect from the upcoming shows?
Well, high energy inspired music, hopefully, It's basically, some of the songs you're probably going to expect, and some of them you won't, because I never do the same thing. It's always a little different,
Yeah.
And I'll do a little different, intros and stuff like this. So it's going to be a Malmsteen show in true sense of the word, but not exactly the same every night. You know what I'm saying?
Okay. Yep. Because you're not actually touring on a new album, is it? So it's just going to be a mix of all your stuff from your whole discography.
Yeah. The whole thing of cycling, like the tour album, it's like kind of a thing in the past. No one does that anymore,
Yeah.
So, it's going to be great, You're going to enjoy it.
Awesome. I'm looking forward to it. Your most recent album, Spellbound, was released in 2012. Are you working on any new material at the moment, and are we likely to see a new album in 2015?
Indeed. I'm actually sitting in my studio right now. I'm in the studio right as we speak, and I'm recording an album that's going to be released in 2015.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. Any ideas on a release date, month, or anything yet, or?
No. I want to. No. It's like 2015 for sure.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Probably early in the year, though.
Yep.
Early in the year.
Yep. No worries. So it's been 30 years since your groundbreaking debut album, Rising Force, was released. This album obviously started a whole new genre of neo-classical guitar playing amongst heavy metal guitar players. Did you ever think your unique playing style would be imitated by so many other guitar players?
I don't think I quite realized that. No, I didn't at the time.
Yeah.
Because the funny thing is, when I grew up in Sweden, I was kind of like, people used to say to me like, "What the hell are you doing, man? What is this?"
Yeah.
Doesn't sound like they were kind of like saying that I strayed away from the regular rock and roll thing too much. And I felt very strongly about my vision. Like I described in my book, Relentless, which I wrote.
Yeah.
But when I came to America, people started noticing me a lot more, because I think a few reasons. Because of the classical influence, which in America is not so common,
Yeah.
And just the difference of approach. So I always felt very strongly about what I was doing, but I didn't think it was going to become as big as it was. No, I didn't.
Yeah, no, it definitely became massive. With countless albums to your name, do you find it hard to write new music, and do you still have that same passion and drive to compose that you had when you began writing music?
Actually, I do. Yeah, the luxury I have now is to kind of like capture it when it happens.
Yeah.
And what I have a full blown studio here, and I can just go in when I feel inspired. I don't have to be here if I don't want to.
Yeah.
And that's the best part. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because back in the past, you kind of like you set up the drums, you set up the band, whatever, and you had to do it. That to me was not as good. Back when you had to rent studios and stuff.
Yeah.
So this is much better. So no, I feel very inspired when it happens. It's very good.
Okay. Oh, very good, very good. So you did mention your book before. So over the last few years, numerous rock stars have released books and biographies. 2013, you released your autobiography, Relentless. Can you tell us a little bit more about the book?
Yeah, I started writing it in 2006, actually. So,
wow.
So I started writing it in 2006, and it was a lot of reflecting going on with writing that book.
Yeah.
And I'm very proud of it, actually. And I think that anybody that has any interest in what I've done, they learn a lot from that. Because there's a lot of stuff in that book that couldn't be read anywhere else. No one else could have written that book, because I describe how I felt like a little kid walking in the snow in Sweden, wondering what the fuck I was doing there. And so, because I'm not big on snow. I don't like it.
Yeah.
So I mean, it's a lot of things that inside that book that's not necessarily just about guitars. I mean, it's other things.
So it's more about Yngwie Malmsteen life in general, is it?
Yes, it is. Yeah, it's very in depth. Very enormous book.
Okay. This one's a funny question. As a guitar god, are there any modern day guitarists that you admire and that you think are flying the flag for, heavy metal guitar playing?
Well, the thing is, that I don't really listen to that kind of music,
Okay.
And I'll tell you what I know is that I'm completely sure there is many, many, many great guitar players.
Yeah.
And you probably know them more than I do.
Okay.
But if you play with me, I probably would say, yeah, this is really good,
Yeah.
I don't follow. I very, very rarely listen to even old stuff nowadays. It's more like in I work, especially now when I'm working on something, when I'm working on music, working on an album.
Yeah.
I don't want to saturate my whole musical universe with other things. So I just listen to the music that I'm working on, and then I kind of like just watch the news and stuff like that. Read a book, whatever, a movie, whatever. I don't really go and listen to music much,
Okay, yeah. Okay. Your son Antonio, he's 16 now. Is that correct?
Yeah, and okay, of course. How can I forget? He is.
So is he taking after his? Sorry?
To hear this kid. Yeah, this kid's gonna blow your mind, man.
Yeah, he's a bit of a shredder like you, eh?
Oh yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
When are we going to see some music from him released?
Well, he's actually recording something now too.
Okay. Awesome.
Yeah.
Awesome. Yeah. Okay. One last question. Obviously, you've toured Australia quite a few times before. Are there any particular fond memories you have from your previous tours here?
Just that the people are wonderful, the crowds are wonderful, the venue, the food, everything is great there. I'm very much looking forward to it. I'm loving it.
Excellent. Well, that pretty much wraps it up. Thanks so much for talking with us today. We do really appreciate it, Yngwie, and we look forward to seeing your shows in February next year.
Thank you very much. See you then.
Awesome. Cheers, mate. Thank you.